Hello, I'm Robert, and welcome to Robert's Guitars and Gear. I'm back. I've had a couple surgeries on my right arm, and I was out of commission for a while, but working my way back and ready to make a video for you, so thanks for watching. Today we're going to talk about budget humbuckers. If you have a budget guitar, like this Ibanez GRX70QA, great guitar, you may come to a point in your playing where you would just like to upgrade pickups. So what I want to talk about today is in particular for budget HSH or HSS guitars, what's a good bridge humbucker? Can you get a good humbucker sound without spending a lot of money? And how do they compare? So I got two guitars for you. This Ibanez with a Flior bridge humbucker, and I have the Affinity Squier HSS Stratocaster with a Ori-Pure bridge humbucker. How do they compare? Can you make a clear differentiation, a recommendation, and how might they compare to a more upscale humbucker? So at the very end, I'll compare these two with the bridge humbucker in my HSS Fender Player Strat. So with no further ado, let's get started. All right, so let's get this started. I've got the Ibanez GRX70QA, great budget guitar. I've done some basic mods to it. I love it. I love the look. I love the playing, and I just can't recommend it highly enough for a newer player. So I've put in this a Flior $20 bridge humbucker off of Amazon. It's a 14.2 k ohm series DC resistance, and so it's high output humbucker. And what's it sound like? Now, I don't know anything about Flior. I've never heard of it. I found it on Amazon. Again, it's $20, so we're not talking about a kind of expensive pickup. Good pickups, can be easily $75 to you name it, up $300. This is not one of those. So my expectations are not crazy for this, but how's it sound? And I'm on distortion channel on my Marshall DSL-40C. I'm not too worried about clean for these because this is an HSH. I've got a single coil for cleans. I'm really looking for how's it sound distorted. So let's give this a try and see what happens. Just starting with some power chords. How's this sound? Sounds great. Playing some old riffs. I think that sounds pretty good. What if I give you some lead tones? And forgive my playing. I've been off, as I said, because of two surgeries for a couple months. I'm a little rusty. Again, forgive my playing, I'm just messing around with A minor pentatonic, but I think that sounds pretty good. So I like it. Now let's compare this to the Strat, the Affinity Strat, with the Ori-Pure pickup. Okay, so I've got the Strat. Again, it's a 2021 Squier Affinity Strat HSS. I replaced the stock bridge pickup with this Ori-Pure. It's a 14 k ohm resistance, so DC resistance, so it's also a high output pickup, so it should be very comparable. This one on Amazon is about $34, so it's almost twice as much as the Flior. Well, is it better? What can we determine from that? I'll try to play the same things and see what we get. Sorry for my playing. Let's try that, some more of that. I didn't like how I played that so much. You know, there's a difference for sure. Is one better than the other? I don't know. But we'll come back to that. How about playing some lead notes here? Okay. Well, what do I think about this? I almost feel like I want to play it just a little bit more. All right, well, I'm going to want to listen to that back again. My first thoughts on this are that these are very, very similar. Now, again, I'm playing them in two different guitars, different bodies, different woods, same strings, same tuning. To my ear, the Flior, I think I probably liked just a little bit better. Now it's a little cheaper. Neither one of these are very expensive. The Flior, again, was $20 at Amazon. The Ori-Pure, $34. I think they both work. I think this sounds great. I think the Flior in the Ibanez sounds great. You're not going to go wrong with either one. But to my ear, maybe I'm getting just a little bit more clarity with that Flior, which is the cheaper pickup. What I can say for sure is, if you have one of these budget guitars, it's well worth it to you. Spend that $20 to $30. Get a new bridge pickup. You can do the other pickups too. They're not they're all in the same price range. You will get an improvement. Plus, you can have a nice project to learn how to change pickups for yourself. Learn how to solder. I have no special skills. It's not that hard. Lots of videos out there about how to do it. I've done it on basically all my guitars. But you can get a better pickup than that stock pickup. Now, I'm going to do a bonus video next, which is I'm going to compare both of these to a fully stock Fender Player Strat HSS. And just for comparison, let's play the same stuff on that humbucker and see how it compares. All right, so now I've got my Player Strat. I just got this. I will do a full review of this a little bit later, but it is an HSS. And I want to compare these two budget aftermarket humbuckers with what you would get in a much more expensive guitar. How does it compare? What can we take away from that? Well, first of all, this humbucker is a 7.6 k ohm DC resistance, so it's a much lower output. Now, fact of the matter is, I can't tell the difference here with this Marshall. It's not so first of all, I think that the tone the output will have to do with how loud it is, but tone's a whole nother matter, and that's important to understand with humbuckers. So how does this one sound if I play the same things? Well, it sounds fantastic. I think you can hear a difference. It's not a huge difference. And this is certainly not by any means the best, humbucker. This is kind of a medium, intermediate price guitar, but it's definitely a difference. And of course the guitar is really a great guitar. How about if I play just some individual notes for you? It sounds very clear. Really sounds really nice. So what do we say about all of this? Look, this is a great guitar. As I said, I'm going to review it in the upcoming weeks, but the Ibanez, the Affinity Strat, those are very solid guitars, especially for a newer player. you take that guitar, you do a very small number of things like these bridge humbuckers, you can have a really nice playing guitar that, you know, comes really close to a mid-price guitar. And if you can do everything you can think of on those guitars, and you're not coming close to this price. So my encouragement to you again is, if you have an entry-level guitar, enjoy it. Do some targeted mods on it. You can do the bridge humbucker, you can do your single coils in the same price range. You can do your neck, you can do locking tuners, you can do the nut. These do not require special skills. There's lots of videos out there on how to do this, and you can have yourself a great guitar. So I hope this is helpful to you. I'm really happy to be back making videos, and I really appreciate your watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. Have a great week. Thanks.